A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a pivotal moment for international diplomacy, senior officials from the United States, Ukraine, and key European nations are convening in Geneva today to deliberate on a contentious peace proposal designed to end the ongoing war in Ukraine, now entering its fourth year. The discussions are centered around a 28-point draft plan put forth by former President Donald Trump, which has raised significant concerns among Ukrainian leaders and their European allies. The meeting brings together top diplomats from the US, EU, and Ukraine, including US Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, along with representatives from Germany, France, the UK, and the European Union. This high-stakes dialogue aims to address the various contentious points of the proposal, which many view as a capitulation to Russian demands, particularly concerning territorial concessions. The draft plan stipulates that Ukraine must recognize Crimea, Luhansk, and Donetsk as de facto Russian territory, a move that has been met with fierce resistance from Kiev. Furthermore, the plan suggests a significant reduction in the size of Ukraine's military, from 900,000 to 600,000 personnel, which has been perceived as a dangerous compromise that would leave Ukraine vulnerable to future aggression. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has expressed hope for a constructive outcome from the talks, emphasizing the urgent need to halt the bloodshed and prevent the war from reigniting. I am awaiting the results of today's talks and hope that all participants will be constructive. We all need a positive outcome, Zelensky stated. The stakes are incredibly high, as the future of Ukraine's sovereignty and security hangs in the balance. European allies have voiced strong opposition to the proposed plan, arguing that it fails to adequately protect Ukraine's long-term security interests. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen has articulated the need for a peace plan that does not reward Russia for its aggression and ensures that Ukraine has the freedom to determine its own path. Borders should not be changed by force, and Ukraine must have the sovereign right to choose its own destiny, von der Leyen asserted. The backdrop of these discussions is fraught with tension, as Russia's invasion has resulted in significant territorial gains in eastern Ukraine and has raised alarms about the potential for further escalation. The proposed plan's requirement for Ukraine to freeze military operations in contested regions, such as Kherson and Zaporizhia, has also been met with skepticism, as many fear it would solidify Russian control in those areas. As the talks unfold, there is a palpable sense of anxiety among Ukrainian officials and their European counterparts. Al Jazeera's Hashim Ahelbera reported from Geneva, highlighting the deep concerns regarding the territorial concessions outlined in the draft plan. The concerns are about the territorial concessions. We're talking about Luhansk, Donetsk, and Crimea, which the Ukrainians, as per the plan, have to give up in exchange for the potential of a permanent deal with Russia. The urgency of the situation is underscored by the ongoing violence and humanitarian crisis resulting from the conflict. Zelensky's administration is facing immense pressure to navigate this diplomatic minefield, with the potential consequences of accepting the plan weighing heavily on national pride and the future of Ukraine's sovereignty. The outcome of today's discussions could reshape the geopolitical landscape of Eastern Europe and set a precedent for how international conflicts are resolved in the future. As the clock ticks down on this critical meeting, the world watches closely, hoping for a resolution that upholds the principles of justice and sovereignty while bringing an end to the suffering endured by the Ukrainian people. With the stakes so high, the question remains, will Ukraine compromise for peace, or will it stand firm in its commitment to sovereignty and dignity? The implications of this decision will reverberate far beyond the borders of Ukraine, impacting international relations and the global balance of power for years to come. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.